Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about how can working with the attribute. Now friend, in this video, I want to discuss about how can working with the input element. Let's do that work, then everything will be more clear to you. Like right now, I want to better make it as a clean. Okay, I want to clean it. And also the image area, I want to clean it. Okay, so there is only one reference. Great. So in particular that area here, I want to take on the input tag. So that will be the input tag. Here we don't need any type, name, everything that will be not needed. Okay, I just simply remove it. Only I want to take on the placeholder, and placeholder I name it as a first name. Okay, that will be the first name, and also after that I want to take one of the bracket. Okay, so that will be as a bracket. I take it as a bracket. Okay, bracket is started, bracket is ended. Great. Now after that I want to take another input. I copy it and here I paste it. I take another one that will be as a last name. Okay, last name. Great. So right now I take two of this input field. One is the first name and also another one I take it as a last name. So now I want to create another reference first. So if you want to create some of the reference, I just name that reference as a first name. Okay, first and the name, first name, and here you have, before I have actually used one reference. So now if you want to actually use that multiple reference, like right now we need the two reference, right? One will be for the first name, another will be for the last name. So I want to get all that our input value, that means user, whatever the user will be type, I want to get this type all that value. So in that case, we have to actually take another one. Okay, here you cannot able to add that as a comma, and then you cannot able to load another one as a first name and then last name. Okay, so here you cannot actually add that multiple references by the comma, like I name it as a last name. So you cannot able to actually use it. So here you have to simply load it another new one. Okay, so I simply name it another one that will be one reference as a first name, and also here we have to load that our useRef, and also I take another reference as a last name, and that will be also needed as a useRef. So here I take both of this data. So now I want to get this data. Okay, first of all I want to simply pass that our reference. Okay, so here I simply pass that our reference ref. Here I pass it our first name as a first name, right? So that will be as a first name, and also another reference I want to pass it, another reference will be as a last name. So I simply pass both of these our reference as a first name and last name, and here that is actually a placeholder. Okay friend, I hope it's very clear. So now I want to do, when you click it as a click, then I want to get all that our input value data. So here we have to now work in our method, right? So into this method area, if you want to work, like I take our name, I take on the variable as a first name, f name. Okay, and f name will be which one? That will be that is the reference, and with this reference I want to get that current data. So if you want to get it as a current data, it's automatically will be get our first value data. Rather than you have to do here, you have to run one of the array function, right? I have already discussed about that things with you. Now with this current, I want to get that our input value. Okay, that will be as an input value. So I simply get our first one, and also I want to take another one that will be, I name it as a last name. Okay, last name will be which one? That will be our reference name as a last name, and last name will be current our this value. Okay, so now I want to display both of these data in alert. So like here I pass one of the alert. Okay, that will be the alert, and into the alert area I want to pass that our first name value. Okay, that will be the first name value, and then that will be used that as a plus. I want to put some of the gap, and then again the plus. So okay, again the plus, and then I want to display that is the last name value. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that's all we have to do. Now let's check this out, it's successfully working or not. Like I click as a save all, and now if you go to that our page, and you can see there is a two input field, right? They have the two input field. First input field I name it as a Aryan, and last input field I name it as a Raju. Okay, now if you click as a click, yes, you can see it's now successfully get our two of this value. Whatever the things I have actually write down in our input field area, it's now successfully get that our input field all that value as a Aryan, and also here after that I pass one of the space, right? Here I pass one of the space, and then I take our another one as a last name, and that is the reasons our last name value is successfully get. So here, if you have that multiple reference, right now here there is a two reference. If you want to add that another reference as a mobile, right, mobile, so then you have to load that as useRef. So if you also want to prevent it, you can also prevent it. That I have done before. That means here only we have to run one of the array functions. I will also show you that things with you, like the example. Like I want to take it in one line. That will be the first name, and after that first name I want to put that comma as a last name. Okay, here I take two of this reference in one line. So right now our code is very clean. Okay, there is a first name and there is a last name. Two of these references I simply take it from our useRef. Great. So here now we have to change it, right? We have to simply first of all call one of the array function. I simply call one of the array function in particular that area, and here first of all you have to pass one of the parameter. Whatever the parameter you write down it's totally fine. Okay, you can use anything as per your demand. So that will be targeted in our which reference. Only you have to allocate it. So here that will be actually targeted. That will be targeted our reference name as a first name. Okay, so that will be targeted our reference first name, and here I pass it as a. So that is actually the things we have to now do. And also I want to do the same things here. I copy it, and also now I want to update. So you can also use it another different type of parameter, rather than you can also use that same name. Only that will be targeted with that is the reference, our reference name. Now that will be as a last name, right? So friend, that's all. So now that will be also executed, and also here when you updated your references, I have already discussed about that things with you. When you use it any kinds of as array function in here, also we don't need any current value, right? That means our current property that will be not needed. So I also want to remove that current property, and from here also I remove that current property. So now that will be also executed. So here I actually share both of this with you. Now let's check this out. I want to go there. I want to refresh it. Again, I want to make it as a Khan. Okay, and I make it as a Naomi. And now if you click as a click, yes, you can see now that is also successfully working as a Khan and Naomi. Okay. I hope it's very clear to you how can working with the input element in hook, and also I share both of this with you. You can also take that reference like that way, or rather than you can also take it individually. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.